What's up, people? Hello, welcome back to the channel. The Arsenal have defeated Burnley 3-1 at home in a bit of a listless, perhaps indifferent performance, kind of going through the motions, and but we got the job done in the end. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. Go ahead and hit the like button, get the likes up on the match reaction. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. We're on our way to 200 subscribers. Now let's get into this one. I thought that at first, when we saw the lineup, I was somewhat mixed emotions about seeing Havertz again, but I think that he was decent last game in the by his standard again in the role he played, and then he got another opportunity today in that same right-sided 8 and was just as bad as he's been all season, probably about as just horrible. He's terrible, and I think that was a big part of the reason we were really poor in the first half, to be honest with you. Lacked any kind of impetus going forward, no sharpness in and amongst the front attacking third. But I thought that Trossard had a decent game. I thought that he worked really hard to work back and try and make up for how bad Kai Havertz was in those spaces. I just thought that there wasn't a lot of quality going forward, and it looked like we didn't have the urgency. We looked like we thought, okay, it's Burnley, they're bad, we're gonna win. That's what the performance looked like in the first half. It was just like they're gonna come here and not be able to do anything, and we're just gonna roll over them. And to be fair, that's kind of how the game went. In the end, we were able to find the quality, and we're able to get the goals. I thought that it just doesn't feel like we came out and smashed them. It doesn't feel like I can come away and be super happy, that we've performed well, everything's gone well, and we've smashed this team, and really put them in their place. It was more of a, they were poor. I think we even expected him to be like the Sevilla game. And so there wasn't a lot of speed in the passing. There wasn't a lot of urgency. And, you could tell the mentality, it wasn't a big game mentality. We didn't approach this game like, like we need to make a statement 6-0 win, and, sometimes we don't always have to have that. But I think that the mentality should have been a little bit, higher. I think the intensity should have been a little bit higher. I think that, we should have shown more quality. And if we would have absolutely smashed them, because to be fair, they weren't they didn't have a lot of quality. They sat back farther than I expected. They didn't maintain their press high up the pitch as much as I expected. And so maybe that contributed in the first half to us being a little bit, I'm not going to say lazy, but, it's kind of the first word that comes to mind. We just lacked the edge. And so I think that we're going through the motions a bit in that first half. Didn't expect them to be so deep in their block at times. And I think that, once we kind of realized that near the end of the first half and then into the second half, I think we kind of upped the intensity and knew that we needed to get Martinelli and Saka into the game a bit more. If we could overload and get those overlapping runs from Zinchenko, I know it's Tomiyasu out there on the right today, because I know Ben White, and he's not necessarily doing that much overlapping, but we definitely attacked the left side a lot. And I think that, Martinelli going at that right back was where we found lots of success, got lots and lots of corners, were able to score from 2 of them. So I think that part of the strategy worked well. I think that we had 13, maybe 14 corners. We're able to score from a couple of different ones. Very simple. And it felt like the defending from Burnley was just not great. And on those corner kicks, and they look vulnerable every single time. And I'm definitely grateful that we've gotten to. Good to see Willie Saliba get the goal. Fantastic. Performance from him again today defensively, and then gets the goal, gets on the score sheet. Turns out to be the game winner. So you love to see that. Got the Karate Kid, Zinchenko, coming in with the scissor kick. The commentators made ample jokes about him being Danielson from Karate Kid with that scissor kick. Good goal. Love to see it with his family in the stands. And so happy with that as well. I think that it felt like we definitely lost a little bit of impetus, a little bit of focus in the end once that third goal goes in. And I'm super frustrated. You can kind of hear it in my tone throughout this already. I'm kind of frustrated with the fact that nobody in this team has come in and said, look, I'm miles better than Kai Havertz, and my play is going to oust him from the squad. It's going to make you, Mikel, no longer pick him. No one's doing that. Fabio Vieira comes in and commits an absolutely ridiculous challenge and gets the correct red card. No complaints about the refereeing in this match. The Tomiyasu's got a hold of Koleosho's jersey, and it just isn't strong enough on that goal. So at first glance, of course, I was wondering how that's thinking, here we go again. But when they show the replay and Tomiyasu just has a huge grab on Koleosho's jersey and then falls over, it's nothing. It's nothing. And so Fabio Vieira, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? Seriously? Dude, you need to be the guy that comes in and says, why is Havertz in the team? You need to knock on Arteta's door and be able to say, look at these past performances I've put in. How are you still picking Havertz? But you're not doing that. But he's not doing that. No one is doing that. Smith Rowe, always injured. Partey, I don't even expect him to see the pitch. Like, as soon as he comes back, he'll be injured again. Why is nobody taking this opportunity? It's Burnley. They were awful. They were really bad today. Their only outlet was Koleosho on the left. He's 18. He's 19 years old. He's literally their only outlet at all. Jay Rodriguez was anonymous. They had nothing. And we come out and put a listless performance in like that? Someone needs to take control of that role. Because as soon as Martin Odegaard gets back, none of them deserve to be in it. As much as I don't like Jorginho, it has to be Jorginho, Rice, Odegaard moving forward, because Havertz is just straight awful. He's not taking advantage. He's not trying to win that position. This whole languid style, this kind of, he looks like Reece James with his casualness. You can't be casual when you're missing chances. I need a whole lot more intensity from him to make up for him being so bad. Fabio Vieira, man, you come in and have a shocker. You have an absolute shocker. You got it. Someone needs to take control of this role. It's a real issue. It's a real issue. I'm grateful, obviously, for the 3 points. Grateful Saka remained uninjured, hopefully. Declan Rice played well again today. Jorginho was, he was okay. We're it's a real nightmare in that midfield. Declan Rice is just carrying us through. Burnley were terrible. Burnley were not good today, and neither were we. It shows how bad Burnley are that we were really poor and got the 3 goals. They just couldn't defend. They can't defend corners at all. They're not great with the low block because they haven't played it much this season, and they defended deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Yeah. I'm not coming away from this game feeling great at all. Not feeling great about this at all. But we got the 3 points. good to see. Tied on top of the league there with Man City. Hopefully, Chelsea can do us a favor and we'll stay there, tied at the top of the league. Glad that we're still in it. Glad we got the 3 points. But yeah, needs to be better. Definitely needs to be better in the future. Well, thanks for listening, everybody. Get the likes up on the video. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. We are on our way to 200 subscribers. And of course, hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend of Premier League, and you will see me next time.